Beyond on Blu Ray. Interesting. Of course, Arrow. So, again, we're getting a bunch of different covers. So you have these two, and then turn it over, and this is that newly commissioned artwork that they always do, which I'm usually never a fan of the newly commissioned artwork. Not sure why. I don't even know the artist's name. I don't like the style of it. I did enjoy the Island of Death artwork though, the newly commissioned artwork. But anyway, and get another booklet. This booklet though is the thickest one that I've seen. It's 30 pages long. A lot of different stuff. And a double-sided poster. If I can get it unfolded, of course. Newly commissioned artwork, and then the classics. Yeah. There's actually a lot of upset people about this release. I don't know if any of you've heard about it, but as much as I praise Arrow, they did screw up on this release. In the very beginning of the Beyond, when the artist gets, crucified to the wall and whipped and stuff, normally that scene is in a sepia tone. Well, for some reason, they did it on this version in black and white. I don't know why they screwed that up, but they did. Now, good thing with Arrow is if you I don't know how many they've fixed the problem apparently on the new stuff that they're printing, but I guess they printed so many of this one that it's not quite circulating yet. So if you do happen to buy this release, you can email Arrow and tell them that you have this and you would like the updated Blu-ray, and they will send you the disc with the beginning in the sepia tone instead of the black and white. You don't have to send any of this back. You get to keep this Blu-ray. You don't have to send the old disc back. They'll just send you a new disc. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to be honest. The first 10 minutes in black and white or whatever does not bother me all that much. I have the Beyond. I have plenty of other prints of the Beyond with the correct sepia tone beginning. And the release itself is so packed full of stuff. I mean, this is the special edition as a special edition is going to be getting. So I'm not too upset about it, to be honest. Maybe if I didn't have the film, maybe if this was the only version I had, I might be a little bit more upset about the beginning being in black and white. But it doesn't bother me that much. Some of you guys may be thinking I'm the Antichrist right now, but it just doesn't bother me because the rest of the film looks unbelievable. It really looks great. They did a fantastic job on the transfer for this, and it sounds amazing too. I've never heard the Beyond sound like this before. I mean, there was actually at one point in the scene where Catriona MacColl and David Warbeck are in the little, I guess it's supposed to be kind of like a cafe, and she's drinking that what looks to be like a milkshake with whipped cream on top. They have people talking. Like, I literally thought there was somebody outside of my apartment talking, and then I realized that it was just the audio on the movie. I mean, things that you've never heard before on this track. you're finally going to get to hear, and it's such a treat. Now, of course, I'm not going to sit here and explain the Beyond to you, because if you have not seen the Beyond, then we can't be friends. We just can't be friends. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just guessing 99.9% of the people that are going to watch this have seen Beyond, so I'm not going to tell you the story. I'm just going to talk about the edition. Now, you've already seen the extra nerdy stuff that I like. Also, there's an introduction by Cinzia Monreale, aka Sarah Keller, the girl with the dog and the blonde lady. She does a small introduction to the movie. There's a new audio commentary with Callum O'Dell and Antonella Fulci, who is Lucio's daughter. They brought over the audio commentary from all the other releases that have ever owned with David Warbeck and Catriona MacColl. There's another interview with Cinzia. There is a Catriona MacColl Q&A from the Glasgow Theatre from a screening they did there. And there is it's called Open Your Eyes Easter Egg. That's actually just a hint to getting to the Easter egg. If you have this, or if you plan on getting it, when you see the menu, you'll understand the hint is open your eyes, or open her eyes, I guess would be even more. Now that's just on the Blu Ray itself. This is a 2-disc edition. You get the all-region Blu Ray. Those are the features on the Blu Ray. And then the second disc is a PAL DVD. So to get the full extent of this release, you would have to have an all-region player, DVD player. So on the second disc, you get another interview with Catriona MacColl. The one that I found most interesting was a featurette called Beyond Italy. Louis Fuller and the Seven Doors of Death. It's an interview with the distributor that brought the Beyond over here as Seven Doors of Death and did the whole re-editing thing. I found it most interesting because it's actually not mostly about Beyond. It's about the guy that owned the distribution company that distributed films like The Beyond, aka Seven Doors of Death, Dr. Butcher MD, Make Them Die Slowly, and he kind of explains how he got in the business and how what he used to do to get these films over here, distribute them, rename them. He did a lot of the renaming, like Dr. Butcher MD, Make Them Die Slowly. He's the guy responsible for all those retitles. And he was based on 42nd Street, so honestly, you're getting a nice little piece of grindhouse history, if you will, with this interview. So I found that one of the most interesting features on here. A feature called Butcher, Baker, and Zombie Maker, the Living Dead Legacy Special Effects Maestro Gianetta De Rossi. And then Fulci Flashbacks. These are just people remembering Fulci and giving some of their memories. It's got Argento, Daria Nicolodi, Sergio Stivalletti, his daughter. I think there's a couple other people in there too. You also get the color version of the pre-credit sequence, the sequence that we were talking about earlier with the black and white. There's also the color version, which was on a couple other releases, the Anchor Bay and I believe the Grindhouse releasing version, and the original international trailer. So, packed full of fantastic stuff. If you can look past the black and white beginning, this is a Fulci fan's wet dream. especially because The Beyond is in probably my top 3 Fulci films of all time. It's possibly my favorite Fulci film. Um, you just get so much with it, and not to mention the print. If you can look over that first little black and white sequence, is amazing, and it sounds fantastic. Probably, I'm enjoying the sound more than I am the actual print, even though it looks great. Unbelievable release. I really, really recommend it if you can get over the little first 10 minutes. I know it's not how it's supposed to be, but trust me, the rest of the package makes up for that mistake. And I know I praise Zero, but hey, we all make mistakes. So they screwed up. What are you gonna do? It's gonna happen sooner or later. It does suck that it had to happen on the Beyond, but you know. Anyway, that's it. The Beyond Blu Ray, UK Arrow Video Import. Have a nice day now.